But it is, you guys. It is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the drama like prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice. Hey, girl, I'm hoping to see justice before all fades to black. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, today is March the 10th, girl, 2023. I just got off the phone with Mr. Jackson. I haven't talked to him in 2 days. Girl, y'all know my phone going to bed. I still got the iPhone 6S, girl. At least I had the S, but I got the iPhone 6. And everything on that phone broke. So it no longer rings. I can only see it light up. So I missed his call twice. I missed it yesterday because we went out to see Scream and it wasn't lighting up. And then I missed it the day before because I seen it lit up and I seen the missed calls. And then the minute I was walking around with the phone in my hand, he didn't call back no more. So this is 2 days in a row. So I just caught his call and I almost missed that one too. I sat here this whole time looking at that phone while I was sitting here recording my video, doing this, doing that. I got it plugged up right there. And it was basically set there so I could see it light up. And as soon as I go in the bathroom to use the restroom and I come out, I see it lighting up that it's ringing. And I'm like, I'm literally about to miss this call too. So I answered it, barely got the phone. Girl, so that's crazy. So he was asking me, he was like, have you heard of any new bills that came out? This is around the time they already started lobby day. They had that this year in Florida. And then they have a lot of sessions where the advocators and just the family of the incarcerated citizens can come together and actually speak to the lawmakers and put forth the bills that we want to see come about, because we're also citizens, we're taxpayers, and we basically, they're supposed to be there for the better of us, but yet it seems like sometimes they're just doing what the heck they want to do. So we're giving feedback on why we want certain bills to come about. Like a couple of years ago, we were trying to get past, Florida has an 85% incarceration. You're going to do 85% on your time in Florida, which is one of the highest in, I think there's only like 2 other states besides Florida that have 85%. All the rest have 65%. And Florida, you already know, in the early 2000s, they went crazy. They dropped that bill, that law 1020 life. And if you use a weapon, it was able to accelerate a charge. That's why they pinned that weapon to Marcello. Though they had no weapon, they were promoting that 1020 life. So they were just charging everybody with weapons. They don't even have a weapon in Marcello case, and they attached a weapon to it, which gave him 4 times more time on his sentence. He would have only did 85% of 10 years. But because there's a weapon that, well, they attached a weapon. There was no weapon, no weapon recovered, no nothing. So because they attached a weapon to it, the charge was able to be escalated. Now he has 40 years and he has to do 85% of 40 years, right? So he was asking me, did I see any bills that they're pushing basically to bring about change? Because he's saying that it's heard that DeSantis is wanting to go, run for president. Okay. So a lot of the people in the prison reform group know we're not getting no types of change until he's basically not at the head of Florida. Like, so a lot of people are holding their breath and thinking maybe we get something done once he gone, like once he lead a girl. And so Martello is like, now that he's running for, a higher office, do you think that, we might can have some bills out now. Do they have any bills out now that could be passed? And what I told him, because see, you got to realize, I said, honestly, when you exchange one, you usually get more of the same. Though he leaves, usually somebody just like with the same ideals, the same concepts come in office. So, I mean, Florida has always had those type of leaderships that are tough on crime, but why is Florida still ridden with crime? Like, I don't know, girl. So what I told him, I was like, basically, it's a scenario of a car salesman. You know how a car salesman has way too much inventory, but they really don't want to do some type of blowout sale where they get rid of the inventory and they cut their losses. They want to still sell these cars for top darn dollar, though people can't really afford them or buy them right now. They're rather, rather than go have the blowout sale and get rid of them, do what they need to do to alleviate, their inventory. Well, Florida prisons are to critical capacity, have been since 2020, girl. And we were introducing laws so that they can start alleviating some of the people that they have. Like, Florida got rid of parole, so we have no parole system. So nobody's really exiting prison at all. And they intended to just keep people forever, like for real, just forever. I do have a video about that where is Florida DLC hoarding human life? How long can you shelve a human life? Like, what is the shelf expectancy of a human? And he was like, I said, basically, you always got to look at this in a way of business, because that's what our system has become. This is a business. This is not, you can't look at it through the eyes of, hey, these are human and humans need to be treated in this manner and they need to be treated like this. I said, you got to realize they don't see you as human. Me and Marcello are looking through eyes of humans. This is what they're doing to humans. They are not looking at Marcello and the rest of the incarcerated population in Florida or in probably the rest of the country as human. They're looking at it through business eyes. So whoever comes to that office, they're not coming there to see what are the right actions and the best policies for human. They're trying to figure out business. So I don't know if we're going to get any type of change there. I'll hold my breath for it. But as long as they see prison system as a business, they're not going to care how this affects the families. That's why they don't care about wrongful convictions. Who cares about a wrongful conviction? Most there should be there. So we don't care about the few that get caught up in the traps. What if, in any other situation, would that really work? Like, let's say they had a ride, a roller coaster, and most people were safe on the roller coaster. It was only like maybe a 10% that didn't come back the same way they left on that roller coaster. When you make changes, like in any situation, they would make changes, but in this situation, nobody gives a darn. Like, anyways, I only have a few minutes. Again, I keep rambling on. I'm so sorry. So let's get back to reviewing this video I was doing yesterday about C murder. Excuse me, we are reviewing this video together. The case of, where did my voice just go? The case of C murder. That got to be the devil, girl.
By the penal system of Louisiana. An appeal was filed late December of 2022, and the DA and judge of Louisiana has 30 days from February 7, 2023 to answer. Because conditions in the Eline Hunt Correctional Center have not improved, I'm engaging in a hunger strike that began on February 23, 2023 to bring awareness to me and all inmates neglected and abused at the hands of the Louisiana penal system. It is imperative now more than ever that a quick strategic move is made as my health has significantly declined due to the prison system's inhumane conditions and I am not getting proper medical treatment. This has taken a major toll on me, but I refuse to give up. Please stand with me. Hashtag stand with Corey Miller. Hashtag free Corey. Hashtag Purple Union. Hashtag free Corey Miller. And at the bottom, he's tagged a number of people, some of those of which you know, some you may not. Corey Miller in jail. When you look at where he was at in 2023, the perception that he may have been given off, the fear that he may have been involved in, wrong place at the wrong time, clearly, and that cost him, at this moment in time, his life.
And that as well is in my husband's case. Wrong place, wrong time, cost his life. My husband caught a ride with somebody, with his cousin. His cousin, he just got in the car. He was walking from the store, not even a block or so away. Cousin stopped by to get him. Hey man, you want to ride? He said, yeah. The cousin picked him up so close to a stop sign that once he got in the car, he ran the stop sign. You know, the downtown area of Orlando, you know, it's a black neighborhood, and it is highly observed by the police. The police frequent, you know, just riding up and down through the hood. Like, that's how it is. You know, they patrol that area. So needless to say, when the cousin rolled the stop sign picking Marcello up, the police was right there present and seen it. Just like y'all seen, what was that video? That movie, Straight Outta Compton. I don't care what they did, the police was right there. Like every few seconds, they showed up on spot. So that's how it was. They were right there seeing the running of the stop sign. So the police tried to pull over the vehicle. Marcello is a passenger in the car because he just got picked up by his cousin. And instead of his cousin pulling over, his cousin floored it. His cousin had a previous record, and he was trying to evade the police. So he floors it, has the police on a high-speed chase through the neighborhood about 5 minutes, and he lands the car in a dead-end cul-de-sac. He jumps out the car and runs. The police claim that they never recovered the driver. And so at that point, they put a whole slew of charges on Marcello, who was the passenger, which you could have proved that he just got in that car, except they hid the surveillance tapes. They kept telling us surveillance tapes from the 7-Eleven was way too expensive to pull to prove that Marcello was just at the 7-Eleven and was just picked up. And a club over, they claim that Marcello committed a robbery of the guys that say that he stole the $60, which that comes because the police told them to amend their affidavit so that it can align with what amount of money Marcello had on him. But we asked for surveillance at the club so that we could prove that Marcello was not there. You can't give us the 7-Eleven surveillance, so can you give us the club surveillance? Hold on, my contact. And they proceeded to lie and tell us that the club had no surveillance outside in the parking lot, which I found out to be a lie because later, years later, they found a suspect who committed a robbery in the same parking lot, and they said they found their suspect through the surveillance cameras. You told us they didn't have surveillance cameras. So one ride home, which he could have just walked home, cost Marcello the rest of his life. And that cousin has been back and forth to jail before and after, and I believe he is free at the moment as well. So, I mean, one moment, wrong place, wrong time can cost you your life. And it costed my life too, girl.